What's happening? So we're working on another one of my fleet again. Just easier shooting video on my own vehicles. I'm a lot more relaxed and not just makes it easier for me. Hope you don't mind. Probably getting sick of the same old, but I'll come up with something. Once I get a new computer, I'll be able to edit a lot quicker, better videos. It won't take me 7 hours to post one video, so it'll be a lot easier. But for now, we got a power steering leak on this one. As you can see, just put a new steering box in there. And I got a rebuild kit coming for the power steering pump because I'd rather rebuild. This is the original power steering pump's never been touched. 267,000 miles and change. Let's actually go see because I could open the hood anyways. Sure, we got 267,970. Yeah, so just shy of 268,000. Hood still opens nicely. Alrighty, so these lines I did not that long ago, but I bought them at Advance Auto. Mistake number one. It wasn't really that long ago. We're gonna find out just how long. It's the original owner's manual. And I've got everything going all the way back to the beginning. It's been a good car. Quite a few things we've done over the years to keep her going. Latest was the cap and rotor, trans filter, we got some tires. I got a whole video series I shot 6 months ago. Did the whole front end over on this thing, ball joints, tie rod ends, upper and lower control arm bushings, steering box, whole lot of stuff. My computer's so frigged up right now, I can't even, something that big, I'm gonna have to break up into different parts, and when the videos start getting long, my computer starts acting up and I want to smash the thing, so it won't be good. Okay, so next month, these power steering lines down here will be 6 years old, 53,000 miles right now. Weeping out of both ends, so I'm just gonna throw them in the trash where they belong. I got some Gates hoses coming. I don't know if they're any better. They gotta be better than Advance Auto stuff. Wherever. The original ones were 20 years old and they were just starting to weep, so there you go. So we're just gonna pull this alternator. No tensioner on this style. This is the very first serpentine belt system, very first sequential multi-port fuel injection, I guess you call it. Multiple injectors. A lot of firsts. Can't get my socket back. Oh, we're off to a great start. Okay. One of these is busted. I have to break that emblem. I had the car 17 years. I'm pretty proud that that emblem is still there. I like to keep it that way. I just now realized that I have a GM power steering pump puller. I wasn't aware that every manufacturer was different, which really sucks. We're gonna see what we can do. If I can't do this, then this job is done for today. We'll be making a universal joint video, I guess. What the hell? Oh, that's backwards. That would help. Let's try that. Well, that'll work. So, this is where we're at. Doing the drain. You can see where it was leaking. It's coming out of the high pressure fitting right there. That just started. This hose don't look all that bad, but we're gonna change it anyways. This is still good. I'll hang on to that in case I need it in the future. Until I figure out what we're gonna do, I think that's gonna be it for this for now. Which sucks because I want to get this done, but it's the way it goes, you know. Ta-da! Look at that! Look at that! We fought. It was a friggin' battle. He had the wrong puller too. It was a snap-on made for GM and Chrysler, or GM power steering and Chrysler alternator pulleys, 117C or something. We got it off. We don't know how we're gonna get it back on, but I think we're gonna get some all thread and stack up some washers, put some grease on it, act like a bearing, double nut it, and I think that'll get it back on, but that's neither here nor there. I got a lot of work to do here. So I'm gonna zip these bolts out and then start cleaning this thing up. See, we made a nice mess there. Take a picture of how this thing goes together because I will forget. Okay. Clean that up in a gasoline once I get this hose off here. It's actually still good. I didn't really need to replace that. But, oop, I'm making a mess. What else is new? Let's give her a bath. I've never rebuilt one of these in my life, so I don't have the slightest idea what I'm doing or how this is going to come apart. But I'm going to start with the obvious. It's tight. This was where the leak was coming from. I couldn't tell if it was behind. Ooh, there's a spring in there. Okay. This has a seal, O-ring. Interesting. There's a plunger and a spring in here. I'm imagining that will come out of here if I tap it. Yeah, there's that and that. I did not see which way that came out. Yeah, it was in this way, the B. Looks like there's a little screen in there, right on the end. So we'll clean that up. Okay, see how this plastic comes off somehow. Doesn't look like anything's holding it now. I don't see any bolts. Maybe this was a bad idea. See how this goes. Two different size screwdrivers. I made it move. There she goes. It wasn't easy. Let's see. Yep. Okay. This is just a reservoir. There we go. Ta-da! What do we got here? That's where that plunger and spring went into. It must be a pressure check valve, I guess. Can I break this down any farther? You know what I should do is probably gather up the new parts there and see what I got. That would be a smart thing to do. Probably should have done that before I tore it all apart. Gates driven by possibility. Not a sponsor. Nobody's a sponsor. So, okay. Made in Mexico. Okay. Ford Motor Products. 11/2019, so it's not too old, which is a welcome sight. Get my stabbing device. Cut my clothes. Oh, I think it's even got directions. Hey, how about that? Looky, looky. Let's see what we got here. If there's that much stuff in here. Every time I look at a schematic, it always looks 100,000 times more complicated than it really is. Spring, valve, body, O-ring, outlet fitting. Okay, that's what we just took off. Retaining ring. There's another O-ring. How many O-rings have we got? Okay, we got the big guy goes on the outside. Got the shaft seal that I can clearly see. I gotta get another paper towel to lay all this stuff out on. Okay, so this is what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seals and O-rings. A little shield, I assume, goes right over there. And a collar. Got an oil groove cut into it, the inside. Rifling. Looks like you could play a good tune on this thing. Yeah, not bad. Okay. There's one down. Where would that retaining ring be? Not seeing it. Holy crap. I'm gonna have a fine time trying to get this off. Untouched since 1986. There's a seal. Still read the numbers and the Ford emblem on it. It's amazing. That wasn't really even leaking that bad. 34 years, 268,000 miles. Man, I wish they built stuff like this today still. People would be a lot better off. Yeah, I figured as much. They put the end. How the hell do you get that out of there? Oh, I got an idea. I think my theory is if I tap on this, this will come out. It's probably what I gotta do. Anything happening? Probably not the best thing to do. Pound on the end of this thing. I think I just destroyed the thing. Wouldn't that figure? How the frig is this come apart? Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Those bastards. Couldn't put the end of it over here. They gotta put it here where you can't. Yep, exactly. That's exactly where it is. It's pretty clear they didn't intend for this to ever be disassembled. Felt like it did. Of course it didn't. I gotta get a small punch. Should probably read directions before I start tackling this stuff. There's an access hole in here. So I take back everything I said about General Motors. I just screwed myself because I put the friggin' thing way down here. Oh, you dummy. Well, that's what you get for not reading directions. So now we're gonna put it back. Supposed to do this in a vise. My vise area is a cluttered mess. It's not conducive to rebuilding anything precision. Boy, doesn't seem to want to move, I'll tell you that much. We will learn together. Don't do what I just did. Because I'm going to have to bend that back somehow. I can't get in there with this either. Let's try this again. Couldn't put a snap ring in here, right? That I could put a tool on. I'm gonna end up destroying this thing. Where? Boy, it's got some tension on it, let me tell you. Got my finger in that. Jeez Louise. So I would have been better off had I been further down the line there. Ah, come on. There we go, I got it. That was the trick. Boy, I mangled that one. She's all tweaked up now. I have to straighten that. It's a big piece of wire. Okay, now I kind of regret pounding on the end of that shaft there. That was a dumb idea. I knew there was a snap ring there. Always fight my instincts every time. There she goes. That was a little bit easier. Oh boy. Oh boy. Springs and went flying everywhere. Yikes. There's a pin. There's this little fella. Okay. Well, we didn't lose anything. So I know where everything is. Boy, she's dirty. What do we got here? It stays on there. Boy, it's awful sloppy. I don't know if it's supposed to be that sloppy. Ah, crap. Ethanol's melting my toothbrush. This fancy little number has a little bit less plastic on it, so I don't even know if you guys can see what the heck I'm doing. We need to see if we can get this seal out of here. This is why a vise comes in handy. That goes inside. It's a little bearing. Pretty neat. Let's see. I have a seal removing tool. If you look, they didn't even get this straight from the factory. It's kind of off-centered from the oil hole there. Where does that come out? It looks like it comes out in the body there. I guess that would be the bottom. Oh, is my arrow. So the arrow is about the top. Oh no, the arrow is this way. Yes, this is just about at the, looks like it's about the 4 o'clock position as it sits on the vehicle. So it looks like anything that comes through here will drain back down in. And maybe they did that on purpose. Well, I'll put it in the same way. Alright, so I just knocked this out of there. A little convex washer went down inside, facing upward. This looks like it comes apart too. Oh, there's another O-ring in here. It's hard as a rock. We're gonna have to see. Wow, yeah, that one's real stiff. Oh, and there's one inside too. We have to make sure we match these up. Looks like that one there. Let's see. Stab yourself. There we go. That one's not too bad. It's not too good either. So this end was facing up. All right, so I'm going to put this back in. Just sits down in there. You can tell by the wear marks where things go. was that. That didn't have any O-rings on it. Oh, it did. You dummy. This one. That one fits there pretty good. Some silicone on that. I can find it right in front of me. Had one on the inside too. Okay. It's in there. Oh, you know what? How about we put the bushing in? Jeez Louise. Getting a little ahead of myself here. Gotta slow down to go fast, as they say. Not sure I like this. This is gonna be a wicked pain to do this without destroying this friggin' bushing. I think I'm just gonna heat this up a little bit. Make it a little easier to get the bearing in. Don't want to go crazy with aluminum. Don't want to set the rag on fire either. That's about as hot as I dare go with that. Get this little notch lined up with the little hole there. Where are we? Get my little driver. I'm not liking this one bit. Friggin' destroying this thing. And it's not anywhere near where I wanted it to be. I don't like the way that came out at all. That was a big fail there. Man, what a mess. I gotta file that lip down off of that. That was a friggin' disaster. I should have just heated it up in an oven or something. Pressed it in. Well, too late now. Boy, what a mess. Yeah, it helps to read directions sometimes. So I was supposed to press that bushing in, not slam it in like I did. No wonder why it got destroyed. But I filed it, made it work. Glad this isn't a customer's vehicle, that's all I can say. I'd be buying a new pump right now. Not 100% sure which way I should have this going. So, it can go two ways, 180 degrees. This way is down. You can see where the convex washer was facing up. I had that backwards too. I had it facing down. So you gotta have it curved upward. You can see where that fits in that ring right there. So it's got to be installed this way inside, looking down inside. Wish I had paid more attention. I'm going to have to go back and look at some video here. There's a little bit of a pattern on there. Okay, and I can see the slope. I'm supposed to line up with that. Okay, we're getting it. So that's got to go like that. Okay, we figured that out. Oh, and I know where that plastic piece goes underneath here, so we're going to clean this out real quick. Yeah, there's a little shiny spot in the corner from this. So that's where that goes. And that goes like that. Yep. And then reviewing the footage, this piece faces up. And let's see if we can figure out. I'd have to say that these grooves here would line up with these. think. Watching that video was painful. My computer's seizing up. I only uploaded 3 videos out of this whole series. And I can't even, they're jumping, they're skipping. The memory of the computer's frigged up or something. I don't know what the deal is. It's pissing me off, I'll tell you that much. Just trying to get some landmarks here so I can look in the video. I want to make sure I get this straight. I don't want to do this twice. Okay, we got this now. So I was holding it like this, and this was facing towards that hole. Yeah, so this is how this goes. Okay. Got it. So there's a square and then 2 round ones. I was watching on the camera. I had it like this. I had the square one over here. When I knocked the shaft out and all the pieces fell out. So all I gotta do is line up these pins here. And one of these was lined up with the big oil hole down inside here. If you can see it, my finger is. So that's the plan, man. Take the golden end, put it in the tan van. Give it to Dan, gives it to Fran. I can't see. Flashlight right next to me. Yeah, that'll work. Push. Sweet. Okay, so we settled that problem. And this faced up. Would it be this way? Do I have it upside down? Is that the question? Nope. This is going to be up towards the opening. It's got to go this way. Why does that not seem right? I guess walking to the house is better than taking it all apart again. You know? So, yeah. And that one like that. And this. There's my little arrow. Yeah, it has to go that way. There's no other way it can go. So that's in there like that. Now, fun part. Extreme fun up ahead. So you can see clearly see a circle there. Where the spring was sitting like this. And they're the same end to end. But they are not the same top to bottom. You can see a wear mark on one side. On the high side. Shiny. But that has to go this way. There's no other way around it. I gotta put some molly on this shaft here before I do anything. Just gonna feed that back through. Where's the molly, man? Where is it? I don't know what that'll do. It's a power steering, but it's gonna be a tight squeeze. Holy crap, that's way too tight. So I'm looking on the map here. We did put the 2 O-rings there. We got nothing there. That's a cam ring. Yeah, this might be a big fail because I didn't read the directions and slammed that bushing in there. Now it's super tight. I can't remember. That should fall right out of there. I'm pressing on it real hard. It's probably going to seize. Or maybe it'll wear in. I don't know. I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about doing this. We're going to try doing it this way. I think I need a spring compressor. That's what I think I need. Like a hose clamp. Something. I'm just feeding the springs in. I got this thing halfway in. Something tells me this is not going to work out too good. Doesn't seem to matter which way these go in as far as top and bottom. Their orientation matters, but I got that straight. So I can see the spring mark. Well, I'm going to come up with a way of doing this. This video is gonna run way too long. It's gonna be a pain in the ass, no matter how you do it. A slipper. Those were slipper springs and slippers that we just painstakingly installed. Okay, that confused me a little bit. So the valve cover has the O-ring that I already installed. That explains why this doesn't seem to want to fit anywhere, because it doesn't go in there. So we got this guy. This is the upper plate that gets no O-ring. Stupid plastic piece is going to fall out of there. So this is going to be like this. Where's my arrow? My arrow goes like this. Okay. Glad I put that arrow there. I would have been in real trouble. Let's put this like this. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Slid right in. Okay, there's my arrow. Arrows here. Arrows here. Didn't put any goo on this thing. Silicone. Okay, there's my arrow, there's my arrow. Gotta keep that plastic piece in place. Perfect. Now I can see that groove for the clip there all the way around. So I'm going to have to work on straightening this thing out. Just going to bend this way. Why, it's springy. Okay. Just bend it out a little bit. Get some tension on it. That's plenty. Is it 100% straight? Nope. I'm going to lay this down on a flat surface and give it a little tap. That's about as good as I'm going to get it. So we'll put it in this way. And since it's bent down, I remember the ends were up here. Where's that hole? That hole's over here. Oh, was it? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good thing I referenced that hole. They were up this way. This end. Maybe oh boy. I don't want to be pushing on that stupid shaft. Get my safety glasses here because this could go bad pretty quick. Man, that is one heck of a piece of wire, I'll tell you that. Boy. I'm telling you. It's got danger, danger written all over it. What a friggin' pain in the ass. Almost had it too. Ran out of steam. Thing's got some serious friggin' tension. Okay. What a nightmare that was. What was the trick? Well, you gotta get extremely angry. Just force it in with your fingers, and once I got it to stay there, I just went around, tap, tap, tap. The little punch. She's in. Thank God. That was tough. I think it was harder putting it in than it was taking it out, if that's even possible. This is where the plastic piece goes on, so nick this up with the hub hole. This ain't a show car, I just want it to work. So, final step. A fat O-ring right here. Take that off. The last two O-rings. Okay, which one matches? That one looks like a good match. Some of the good stuff on there. Come this far to get beat by an O-ring. There we go. There's that. Then you get this guy. Looks pretty mashed. I don't want to wreck this because it looks like it. I don't know if it's because it's ancient, which probably is. Is it supposed to be cone shaped like that, or am I supposed to be using one of these? Jeez Louise. I don't know, man. And the big question of the day is, why do I have all these extra O-rings? Not that worried about it, because usually rebuild kits are for several different models, so yeah, I think I'm going to leave this one on here because this is clearly shaped specifically for this. I gotta clean that off. You know it's time to call it quits when you spend half an hour looking for this. It's in the drain pan on the other side of the shop where you left it. Oh yeah, boy, oh boy, I tell you. So, found where that O-ring goes. Must be this little guy. The dipstick. Looks a little bit fatter, which I guess is a good thing. So I got 2 O-rings that have no home. Give her the old silicone treatment, as usual. Ah, boy, I tell you. Long day. Too long. Even the glue on their stickers was good back in the 80s. I blasted that with brake clean. Didn't even move. Didn't even touch it. Don't know what that means, but here's my O-ring. Put this back in here. Okay, see how it fits. It's a little tight. Oh, that's good. Wow, definitely tighter than it was. For sure, for sure. Yep. I'm going to leave that on there. Let it get used to its new home. Trying to figure out where the hell this goes. Which way? Ah, boy. Oh. Hello. That's pretty much all that holds this plastic on is just the tension of the O-ring. The nut for the this little guy here. For the high pressure line. Look how small that diameter is. It's amazing that flows enough to move the steering. Anyways, the steering's pretty easy in this thing. Bet you if you drilled that out, it would be be one finger like it was back in the 60s. It's a wrong friggin' hose. Stupid Rock Auto for you. Look at this. It ain't even close to being the same. What the hell's that dip doing in there? Unfriggin' believable. So, looks like we'll be putting the old one back on. What a friggin' joke. Try to do things right, and this is what you get. Jeez Louise. Or should I just... What a nightmare. To say that escalated would be an understatement. So this hole damn near got stripped out. So I had to get rid of the old hose. The hose didn't fit. I had to heat it up and bend it. Now it's all kinked. I should have just cut it and put the hose here, but we may still do that. What a disaster. Frigging disaster. This thing's all contorted around because I had to leave some space in between here. Unbelievable. So we're almost there. Okay. So we're finally done with this thing. All we got to do is bleed the air out of the system. But put a couple pieces of hose over the ends there. So hitting the tranny cooler lines and also hitting the steering box pretty hard. There's quite a bit of tension there, so I don't even need to really zip tie them down. They're held in there pretty good. So that's that. Time to bleed it. I'm just going to arc the solenoid. So we're going to make some sparks. I unplugged the primary side of the ignition coil just in case. Fairly certain it wouldn't spark anyway, but just to be 100% sure, we don't need any problems. So I'm just going to crank the thing over. Let that draw down a little bit. It's full now. So the pump's working, that's a good thing. I'm gonna call that good. She's a whiner. It's quieting down a little bit. Dropped quite a bit there. Okay, got her on the ground. Horn works. Yeah, she's back in action. That is a successful rebuild. Pretty happy with it. It's a little noisy, but I think that'll work its way out with time. Ford power steering units aren't noted for being the quietest on the planet either, especially in these vintage. I'm happy with that. So, hope you enjoyed that one. I didn't. It sucked. I highly recommend just buy a friggin' reman and deal with it when it breaks in 1,000 miles. This is ridiculous. It's easier to put one in than it is to deal with what I dealt with. Man, oh man, I'll tell you. But things we do to save $1. Anyways, yeah, we're at 267,970 miles. And she still purrs like a kitten. Ice cold air too. Oh yeah, cools right down immediately. R12 baby, that's where it's at. I got a little chip in the windshield, and I might have to take Glenn over at the All-Star channel. He did a great windshield repair with I can't remember the brand name of the unit he used, but it was pretty neat. Go check out his channel, All-Stars Cars on YouTube. So I guess that's it. We'll see you on the next one.